I got some news. Some new news, right? Check it out. We all know about the infamous Stingray cell site simulators, correct? To those who fuck with me, yes you do. My homie Subversive Awareness mentioned this to me about a year and a half ago when I asked the question, why is it my fucking car is got a dead battery and a motorcycle right next to me when I ain't never had a dead battery, right? Well, let me tell y'all something I learned today. Everywhere I go, I'm in position to either not speak and hold my tongue, and or on the rare occasion I bump into somebody that just feels like I could fucking talk to him, right? I met some dude who looks like the infamous Chud the Builder, right? For whatever reason. But Buddy was not in the Marines that looked like it, right? But let me tell you what he did prior to being the GC, which is a general contractor on a construction site, right? This man just got done telling me he worked with RF technology, which is like frequency, right? He worked, again, pay attention, y'all, this is a good one. He worked with companies, third-party, private companies, non-government companies, private contractor shit, right? He's worked with them installing devices inside state penitentiaries. Why, you might ask? Why would this man be installed? What's he installing RF monitors in a penitentiary for? Well, as you know, your cell phone gives off a signal, does it not? It does. This man told me a 15-minute story that I'm going to compress as fast as possible because it is what it is and I'm just riding around on a break, right? Saving a split for after I do my training because whatever. Anyway, the man told me, for all y'all in prison, listen up. He was escorted in, and I did clarify, county jail or state prison? He said state penitentiaries. Okay. He is escorted in with a case in which he has 17 mobile phones of all carriers, okay? Now pay attention. With these 17 phones, he's then escorted into an empty cell, right? Okay, y'all follow me, right? My buddy's going in there, you know, my homie I talked to right now goes into state penitentiaries, and they set up much like the 5G towers, okay? Much like them. And he said that these aren't towers that are near the prison. These are towers that are inside of the prison. In fact, they put them inside of the dorms, inside of the fucking units. You just don't know it. And what do these RF monitors do? These RF monitors are able to then act as a cell site simulator like the Stingray technology they use in airplanes, the white Cessnas that fly above me when my phone cut out, when they want to look at your shit. And I was telling him, before he even got into the story, I said, bro, I hear it. Look up, it's going to be a white Cessna. How the fuck did I know that? Because I do this all day. Anyways. And there's a data center going up over here too. What do you know? Anyway, so check this out. He told me he goes inside of prisons into the cells and then makes a fucking phone call from each and every device and sees which carrier, T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, GoPhone, all the fucking different carriers. Why he has 17 different phones. He goes in there with all these phones, right? And sees which signals he's picking up. Then, when I mentioned to him, oh shit, it sounds like a Stingray device, you know what he told me? He had no idea about a Stingray, but he said, I don't do this anymore, but I can say this. And he tells me that they are able to up the frequencies at uncomfortable levels, much like how they fry us, right, with the 5G towers. And y'all still think we don't get microwaved or whatever, then get the fuck off, man. Y'all don't know nothing. Get with it, y'all. It's already over with, man. It's already over with, but I'm just going to drop this on y'all because this is what they're currently doing inside the state penitentiaries. They then, after picking up the signal, you know what he said they can do? We can read through every text message, every phone call. I said, oh, damn, that sounds like some shit they do to me. What do you know, after about 10 minutes of this conversation that we're having, go the Cessna. Okay, cool. Good thing I wasn't on my phone, but the phone still listens because he was talking. I knew he was going to pay attention to me when he said something about, I always found that strange that I don't even have a cat, and I tested it for a week. You see what I'm saying? How I'm drawn to these people? And how they're then drawn to me, and how like we're at the same place at the same time. Again, I told him a lot of this shit just ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? I said, I gotta be real careful about who I expose my thoughts and my brain to, because my brain is not like most. I do not believe anything I was ever taught. I know it's all been a lie. And I gave him my lecture about super empowered individuals. That's what they classify people like me and you as, the ones who know things that can change the mind of many just by being one. Which is why if you look into my channel, you'll notice that I don't get no fucking views, which is cool. I don't give a shit, man. They won, they got the juice. But like, I was showing him how like back in the day on a regular video that'd be like 7 minutes long, I get 1,000 views, 500 views, 300 views, whatever. Now I get 25, 15. I always got the same people watching, and I love y'all for that. And y'all know who you are, especially my dear rabbit out there. You know what I'm saying? Because she's always with me. So I love the shit out of you, girl. But look, what I'm trying to say is, like, these people are going into state penitentiaries. To make a long story short, he goes into his cell. He bumps 17 different cell phones. Sees which one they pick up, which one they can't. Then they increase the frequency until they do pick it up, okay? So what they're doing is not only, because again, when you're a prisoner, you're nothing but a fucking hamster or a test dummy, because I've been a prisoner, so I know how it go. Who better to test out shit on than a prisoner? Nobody, because they're state property. Anyways, they boost the fuck out the frequencies until they damn near fries you. You have no fucking clue. And it's not like they'll go raid them and shit, and then he thinks that they fucking have an idea, right, in the joint. In the joint, he thinks that these people legit know that what he's doing, because he gets a private escort, but yet they never see the phones. They never see any of that shit, right? So, like, maybe he's just a little paranoid because he's doing something that, I say, hey, man, everyone got to earn a living, brother. At least you telling me about it, you feel me? Because I did mention that I do have a channel and shit, and I was hesitant to even show him my channel, because, this shit can come back and cost me my job probably, because I expose my shit and I talk my shit on here, and then I go to work like it don't fucking matter. But if my work ever, like, you know what I'm saying, happen to be, hey, let's check in on K's channel, you know what I'm saying, they'd be like, God damn, we got this lunatic working for us. Sorry, Lord, I didn't mean to swear, but that just came out. But that's what they would say, right? They'd be like, oh my goodness. So meanwhile, this lunatic that's allowed in fucking all sorts of government properties and everything else, because again, keep in mind, my felonies, I'm damn near 11 years since I had my last felony. And that's not even since I picked the case up. That's since I've been complete my sentence and everything. So like, that was last October, I believe, maybe about a year, I don't know. But anyway, bottom line, they are in the state penitentiaries. Hear me loud and clear. They are in the state penitentiaries with fucking cell site simulators picking up all y'all inmate calls. And most y'all should be convicts, not inmates. Inmates follow the rules. Convicts fucking break them. Stick with a code, motherfucker. But there ain't no code anymore. We all know that. So anyways, like, I'm done with that rant. I did my time. I ain't never once said something about nobody. But everybody I fucked with, man, they all hoes. All of y'all hoes. I did my time. How about y'all? Y'all are the ones that get smoked with them phones. Anyways, people like me, I'm not saying I'm special. I'm just saying I pay the fuck attention. And again, attention is one of the greatest forms of currency, baby. You cannot put a price on it. So if you pay attention to the right things and focus your energy in the right manner, it will work out. It's like paying for it something in advance. Give it your attention, your full attention. With that, I'm gonna cut it, but bottom line, they are listening to every fucking prison phone call because cell phones became a thing. They put out that stupid-ass Alabama movie. That gave them reason to go in. Do you now see the correlation to the slow ones out there that think that was a real documentary? No! It was about cell phones. No, it wasn't. It was a reason to go inside, just like putting troops on the ground. It wasn't about fucking Minnesota and ICE. It was about putting troops on the ground. Y'all get with this shit, or get run the fuck over, because that's what's going to happen to all y'all. I'm happy to die tomorrow because I'm standing and living on my feet before I ever bend my knees. Fuck that. You're either with the terrorists or you're either with them or you're with us. Nah, I'm not with none of y'all. I'm with me. I'm with God. That's it. Fuck y'all. I'm not with none of that shit. Period. I love y'all. Much love. K's out.